Hey everybody, it's Brian, and I'm here to share with you some ideas on how to be constructively disruptive inside your organization or your community so that you can help everyone become their best selves. Today I'm in St. Louis, Missouri. It's beautiful today. I was doing a project yesterday with a client and I had a little bit of free time this morning before I have another meeting. Decided to come down and explore the Gateway Arch, which you can see back here behind me going up and down and over. Today I want to share with you an analogy that I actually used yesterday during my meeting with some leaders inside an organization, and many of them came up to me afterwards and commented on how it was a great visual representation of something that they felt but didn't know always how to express. And it's an analogy that isn't new, and many of you may have heard of it before, but I think it's a great way to explain the need for a common or shared vision, mission, values, or purpose inside an organization. And a lot of you out there are going, oh great, we have this mission statement, but our organization doesn't really live up to it. But there's a reason that we need this sort of common purpose or this vision statement for everybody to rally behind. And as we're creating well-being programs or initiatives to help people become their best selves, what we need to understand is as we're working to create this culture of health and productivity, this needs to come from and directly from the common purpose or vision or values. And so if we have these common shared values, then we're trying to create this culture of health and productivity underneath it. Eventually we can get down to where we're actually creating programs and initiatives and things from that. But everything has to come from one central purpose. And there's a beautiful analogy using asparagus and broccoli. The analogy goes like this. This is a bunch of asparagus, or asparagi, or asparaguses. I'm not exactly sure what it should be called. But asparagus, in order to have a bunch of asparagus working together, they have to be held together by rubber bands or bands of some sort. They have to be tied together by some outside influence. So if you want a community of asparagus, it's held together by outside factors. They're not all grown together, they're not from a common stock. So putting people together, it's outside influences. And if I were to take off one of these rubber bands or both of these rubber bands, all of these asparagi would just go everywhere and they would be once again their own individuals. So they're not very strongly held together because they're only held together by outside influences. Conversely, a broccoli, if I have a head of broccoli, it's a bunch of broccoli, but it's all held together by one common stock. This is how we should be creating community or culture inside our organization. We come from a common shared purpose or shared values, vision, mission, whatever you want to call it, but it comes from one central place. And we can branch off into other factors and things, but it all eventually comes down to one stock. So is the asparagus or broccoli a stronger knit community? I say we're all striving to live or be or work in communities that are more like broccoli. Hey, thanks for tuning in. Hopefully this analogy was a great way for you to think about, are you creating just programs that are rubber bands trying to band people together? Or are you building initiatives that come from a shared vision or purpose that can help create true culture and community inside your organization to help people think about, hey, how can I help myself and others be their best selves? So thanks for tuning in and we'll catch you next time.